Inchworm infestation. Yeah. Well, well, well. I was gonna go get a bagel, but my battery wouldn't start. So I had to call a service, and I'm waiting for them. And I gotta cook in the meantime. Not too shabby. Well, it's been a hell of a Sunday so far. I went out to my car to go somewhere and the battery was dead. So I called the roadside guy and he jump started it. He just had like a little handheld device. I didn't know they made those. Oh, it's pretty cool. But he told me to go straight to the auto parts store, so I did, and well, I drove it around a bit first and then went there and got the battery tested. Bad battery. So I was like, okay, good to know. I tried to start up again. It was dead again. So I had to buy a new battery. And they installed it there. Yeah. So my old one was like 9 years old. It only had a 3-year warranty. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that old. Oops. So, yeah. Fun times. My eyelashes are purple. This girl. Yeah. So she got a bath today. Yeah, she's a good girl. She didn't scratch me this time. Cutie.
Check out this cool construction footage while I tell you a story. So, the other night I was shaving the dead skin off my feet because that's just what you do when you have nothing else to do. And I guess I got a little too aggressive with it and I cut my foot really bad. I've done that before, but this one was like really bad and it kept bleeding. And so anyway, I think it's okay now. I'll show you the footage. Trigger warning if you don't like wounds. Incoming. 3, 2, 1.
Ew. Ouch. This is the torture device that almost took off my foot. I'm gonna throw it away. This right here was so sweet. I cannot believe I drank it all. Is this creepy? Or is this kind of cool? Anyway, welcome to my bed. And yeah, I'm all oiled up, ready for sleep. Yeah, anyway, I wanted to talk about UAPs. Yep. So let's just recap, shall we? So apparently, I'm looking at the timeline here. Apparently there was, in May of 2022, House Intelligence Subcommittee held a public hearing on UAPs. I don't recall that one. I think I must have missed it. So that's here. It was I'm on Google, just disclaimer. It was the first public congressional hearing on the topic in decades. So I might try to look that one up and see if it's not available. It might be. And then it was in July of 2023 that they had the Grush one, right? But I felt like that was the major one that got a lot of people's attention. At least it seemed that way. It was like all over my feed. And then it was November of 2024. They had the one with what was it called? Immaculate Constellation and New Elizondo and all that. And then, just last week, September 9th, 2025, they had another one with a few people, and if you guys follow that stuff, then sure you know what they talked about. And they showed some footage of the UAP being hit by a missile, and it just like bounced off of it. And I don't know, I'm not a weapons expert, but apparently that's not supposed to happen. So that was really interesting. And I remember, I think it was back in 2017 when I first saw on the news that footage that I think was brought forth by the Navy guy, David Fravor. And it would, starting in 2017, it would make the rounds across all of the major news networks, like literally every few months. They would just show the same footage and interview the same people. And I remember thinking like, oh wow, this is it. Like, they're starting to do disclosure now. And just trying to like get people accustomed to it, I guess, by showing the same stuff every few months. Oh, and then there was that, like, the egg UFO. I forgot who that guy was. And then the whole psionic thing, which I don't know if I believe any of that. That took a hard left into something I don't even know anything about that. How about 3-Eye Atlas? You guys following that? So they're saying that they're calling it officially a comet, but other people are saying no, it's probably not a comet. It's at this point kind of an interstellar object. I'm not sure what would be classified as a comet. I thought that was just like a space rock traveling through space, but I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But they're saying that it's got the anti-tail, so the tail, instead of behind it, is actually in front of it. And it's moving really fast. Sorry, I'm sleepy. It's moving really fast, and when it gets closest to us, it's gonna be around late October, like just before Halloween, I think October 29th. And then it's gonna get really, really close to, I think, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus, I think. But the sun is gonna be between it and us on Earth. And for people who think it might be from aliens, they say it'd be an opportune time for it to release probes to those planets, and we wouldn't know because we can't see because of the sun. So I don't know. The whole anti-tail, it's like, is it an anti-tail or is it a headlight? We'll see. I don't know. My nails. Anyway. I thought that was cool. I've been following some people on YouTube who talk about it. It's been popping up in my feed. What do you guys think? Is it aliens? I don't know enough about space. Like, it's interesting, but I can't even remember all the details about this thing. They say the chances of it passing by us when it does, and the juxtaposition of it and the other planets, and trajectory, it's chemical makeup, it's this and that. They say the chances of it, all that happening, are being really, really slim, and that's why they think it might be aliens or some kind of intelligence. This weekend went by pretty fast. Does it look like a horror movie? Wow, I am so moisturized. Oh, so I've always struggled with sleep. Usually it's falling asleep that's really hard for me. So over the years, I've tried every trick in the book. And one thing I do is, if I plan for it, I'll take some melatonin, but like just a tiny bit. I get the little ones. It's like 1 milligram, and I'll just take off like a teeny tiny bit, like not even half of one, like maybe 0.2 milligrams or something, like really small amount. And if you take that around sunset, then it will make you sleepy in time for bed. But what happens is, even if I can force myself to fall asleep at a good time, almost always I end up having nightmares sometime through the night, and I'll wake up. If it's really bad, I'll straight up have sleep paralysis. But lately it's just been nightmares. So it's past midnight already. I hope I can just sleep like normal tonight. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube where people feel like things have changed, like in general, like in the world. Some people point to like, oh, it was CERN when they fired up the LHC or whatever, or oh, maybe Earth got sucked up by a black hole in 2012 and we don't even know it yet, and that's why things are weird. But I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's just, I mean, if you look at when smartphones came out and social media and all that, it's like, are we not all addicted to online content? You know? Like, I go outside and some people won't even look up from their phones, like, while they're walking. They're just so into whatever they're doing. And people think, oh, time is going by so quickly. Like, yeah, the older you get, there's the phenomena that, like, the older you get, you know, the quicker time seems to pass, just because you've been alive for longer. But no, I think it's just like content addiction. And it's like just constant entertainment and never feeling bored, right? Because when you feel bored, time moves super slow. So I'll go through these periods of time when I'll try to just like put my phone in a drawer and go do something else. And I need to do it again, because I do the whole doom scrolling thing. It's a bad habit, and it's easy to do when you live alone and, you know, you've got nobody to talk to. And it's a bobby pin. Yeah, it's just, and I feel like, ow, like everybody's so isolated these days. Like, we're kind of hyper independent, but so many people are just like cut off from their families. There's so many people who like cut off their family members. They don't want anything to do with them. And it's kind of sad, but it's like it's so hard to make friends, and and I hardly go to the office anymore. I'm mostly working from home these days, so I'm like super isolated. And I know it's not healthy or normal, but it's like I don't have an option. I don't have a choice. I mean, I could go to the office more, but nobody's there. Anywhere I could go, it's still not the kind of place that anybody wants to interact at. Like, I could go to a gym or something, but you're not supposed to talk to people at the gym. So, I don't know. How do you guys make friends? Does anybody have friends anymore? Or are we all just on the internet? And I don't know. I try to be aware of what I watch. You know, that the whole algorithm thing it's tricky. It's very insidious the way it works, and I think it's easy to fall into an echo chamber where you're just shown things that align with the way maybe you already think. And somebody I was watching said it's reduced coincidence, right? Like we don't have so many like random coincidences anymore. Like we're just shown a curated feed of what, you know, the powers that be want us to see or think they want or think we want to see. And it's weird, some of the stuff that gets pushed. I know, like, seems like for the past year or so there's been this huge influx of content trying to convince women that they're autistic. And like, I never even clicked on that crap, and it still would keep popping up in my feed. It's really annoying. I'm not saying autistic people don't exist, but I know they do, but it seemed like an agenda. Alright? It's like it would list off some perfectly normal behaviors that probably everybody does. Like, if you do this, you're autistic. Like, no, I'm not. Like, don't diagnose me. Anyway, still haven't heard from that coffee shop guy. He's probably left the country already. On Friday afternoons, I kind of panic because I think, oh, what am I gonna do all weekend? It's too much free time. And then I blink and it's Sunday night, and I'm like, oh no, the week's about to start. So moisturized. It's CeraVe with a layer of oil and some Vaseline for good measure. My eyes look so small. I wonder if I'm crazy. Like, clinically insane. I thought I would have more cool stuff to say, but it's pretty much it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!